For many people, the hardest part of drawing a portrait isn't the details. It's knowing where to place that very first line. I used to struggle with this too. I would stare at a reference photo for a long time and still have no idea where to begin. But the more I practiced, the more I realized that starting a portrait isn't actually as complicated as it seems. The most important thing is learning how to simplify and summarize the overall form. At the beginning, you don't need to rush into drawing the facial features accurately, and you don't need every line to be perfectly defined. Just hold your pencil, relax your hand, and make light, loose lines on the paper while keeping a basic sense of proportion in mind. Take this portrait as an example. If you measure from the top of the head to the inner corner of the eye, and then from the inner corner of the eye down to the chin, you'll notice that the inner corner of the eye is roughly halfway down the entire head. Once you find these larger proportional relationships, the overall structure of the portrait already starts to take shape. So when we draw a portrait, the goal isn't to copy the photo exactly onto the paper. What we really need is for the overall proportions to feel balanced, and for the person to look natural and comfortable without anything feeling obviously awkward or out of place. Because if drawing were only about mechanically copying every detail captured by camera, then a lot of the meaning of drawing itself would be lost. What drawing truly trains is our ability to observe, simplify, and summarize what we see. You need to learn how to look at a complex reference photo and identify the most important forms, proportions, and directions, instead of getting lost in endless details. Once you understand this, you can become much more relaxed while drawing. Hold your pencil lightly. Keep your lines soft and gentle. Don't rush to make every line final. Just slowly describe the forms you see in front of you. At the same time, pay attention to the angled lines in the portrait that are easy to overlook. For example, look at the angle between the eyebrows, the tilt and height difference between the eyes, and the direction of the corners of the mouth. These angles may seem like very small details, but they have a huge effect on whether the portrait feels accurate and natural. Once the larger proportions are working well, adding these smaller angle relationships can make the whole portrait feel much more natural. Now we've reached the philtrum. Don't get lost in tiny details. Simply think of it as a triangle. Breaking complex features into basic geometric shapes makes them much easier to draw. Now, look at the distance from the bottom of the nose to the chin. The lower lip line is usually about halfway between them. This proportion works for most people. Keep it in mind when drawing the lips. It can greatly improve the accuracy of their placement. Remember, always start with the big shapes, then move to the medium forms, and only after that work on the small details. Don't get trapped in details too early. If the overall structure isn't right, beautifully rendered details won't save the drawing. You can see that when I draw the left eye corner, I also check the right one at the same time. The same goes for the upper eyelids. I treat both sides together. That's because these matching points on the left and right form a shared perspective relationship. The corners of the mouth, cheekbones, eyebrows, and lower eyelids all work the same way. When drawing, try to observe these corresponding points together. It makes the head angle much easier to judge. Since the model is looking slightly upward, these perspective lines have a slight tilt. At this stage, we can start using smaller, more refined lines to develop the key areas. The eyes, nose, ears, as well as the outer contour of the face and chin can now be defined more clearly. But even while adding detail, keep the lines loose and flexible. Don't make them too dark or stiff. Just strengthen the original sketch slightly where needed. As I keep drawing, I often notice that some of the lines from my initial sketch aren't quite right. But because those lines are very light, they actually become useful guides. They help me find the correct position of the forms. Without those light construction lines, adjusting the drawing would be much harder. That's why, in the early stage, it's important to explore the form with loose, light straight lines and curves. You can see that I'm constantly making adjustments. Each correction brings the structure closer to the right place. And there's no need to erase every incorrect line. If they're light enough, they won't ruin the drawing. Instead, they gradually blend into the image and create subtle tonal variation. There's also one very important habit you can't see on camera. Every now and then, I stand up and step back from the drawing. From a distance, it's much easier to compare the overall shape with the reference and notice what feels wrong. I also squint my eyes sometimes. This helps me ignore small details and focus on the big shapes and overall structure. Especially during the initial sketch, remember these two habits: step back and squint. If there's anything in this video you don't understand, or if you've run into a drawing problem you can't solve, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll pick some common questions and explain them in future videos. Chances are the problem you're having is something many other artists are struggling with too. So don't hesitate. Leave your drawing questions in the comments. At this stage, you can see that I'm starting to darken the facial features. The facial features are the main visual focus of the portrait, so we shouldn't treat every part of the drawing with the same amount of emphasis. Drawing isn't like a printer that copies everything equally. We need to guide the viewer's eyes toward the important areas, such as the eyes, eyebrows, and mouth. So here, I gradually darken and strengthen the facial features, while keeping the other areas lighter. This creates a clear visual hierarchy. When drawing the eyebrows, also pay attention to how they grow. They usually grow from the inside outward, appearing wider and darker in the middle, then gradually becoming thinner and lighter toward the ends. These small changes can make the eyebrows look much more natural. drawing the hair, try to stay relaxed. There's no need to draw every single strand. Instead, simplify the hair into larger groups, like I'm doing here, while leaving space for the center part. Make sure these groups vary in size. Don't make them all the same. This will make the hair feel much more natural. At the sketching stage, keep the hairlines light. Remember, the face is the main focus of the portrait, not the hair. For now, just focus on the overall shape and the main hair groups. That's enough. If this video helped you, don't forget to leave a like. Your support really means a lot to me, and it encourages me to keep making more useful drawing videos. If anything wasn't clear, or if there's still something you don't understand, feel free to leave a comment below. I read every comment, and your feedback helps me make this channel better and create videos that can truly help you improve your drawing skills. That's all for today. If there's something you'd like to see me draw next, or a topic you want me to cover, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and for your support. See you in the next video. Bye.